Alright, so now what we're going to do is talk about building specific campaigns for tracking. In order to do that, the very first thing we want to do is go to Google Analytics URL Builder, and you'll have the link. But if you do a search on it, it's always the top one. I recommend you bookmark it. Apparently, I am spamming the engines. Okay, so here is the URL Builder. And all this does is it allows you to create links in a certain way that allows you to track custom events. And so for my site, I'm going to put in my link wheels here. Now, let me actually show you how I built this for my Warrior Forum signature. So if I come into here, and I'm going to just pull open maybe one of my posts. Let's see. Let's go to my name. Let's go into my statistics. Let's go to one of my recent posts, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. While I'm pulling this up, the key thing is that every activity that you do, you want to track to see again, is it worth it or is it not? And so if you look here in my signature file down here, I have this link. Guess what? It's a free video, how we use link wheels to dominate search engines. Well, this is one of the ways to drive traffic to your website. And so if I hover it, if you look down here when I hover it, you'll notice that there's this big long link that says, linkwheels.com, and there's these UTM codes. UTM source, which is Warrior Forum, UTM medium is signature, UTM campaigns link wheel signature. What this allows me to do is to track all the people who clicked on this, went to my website, and then I'm able to monitor what it was they were doing. And so before I build it for you, let's actually just go take a look real quick at that. So if I come back in here, and you'll remember we did these advanced segments, I'm going to come in here, do an advanced segment. I'm going to create a new segment. I am now able to come in and do traffic source. Same thing, I'm going to do source on this one. We can drill down even further. Oops. Let's do source on there. And it's Warrior Forum. There's a good example where I did two different ones with .com and non.com. So this is, in fact, let's do this. So if I do contains, that'll capture both cases where I made a mistake. So this will capture both Warrior Forum and warriorforum.com because it contains both. So I'm going to type this in, Warrior Forum. We're going to create that segment. Now I will come back to the home page. Okay, so here's all the visitors again. What we're going to do is choose the Warrior, remove this, choose Apply. Now this view, within this time frame, these are all the people who came to my website based off of that signature link. And so again, I would not be able to know that unless I tag that specifically, because as we get even more detailed, let's say we had a link in a post versus a signatures files, we can actually take a look at the traffic source again. You'll notice I tagged it with signature versus a referral versus a post. Sometimes in my post, people will come to my website. Some people click on my signature, and we're going to talk about that's how I can differentiate which one was more effective. But the key thing now is I can say, well, that's interesting that I had a certain amount of people come to my website, but again, did they take the action that I wanted to? So let's go take a look at the goals. Because I'm in my Warrior Forum, I had 18 people with a much higher, there was 20%. If you remember the stumble upon, it was how small it was. This is a high conversion rate because I'm offering content to people who are in that niche. So this is a really good way to show that, for me, I know this is effective because I'm providing quality content that people are interested, but I can prove it now, and I can figure out what it is that people are looking for. So this was a good conversion, in a short time frame. I had 18 signups. And they all received really helpful videos on the link wheels. So now that we know what the objective is, let's talk about how we did it. So we'll come back here, and what we first need to put in is our website, right? This is the Google Analytics URL Builder. We put in your target website. This doesn't even have to be your home page. This could be a specific page. Maybe it's a thank you page or a services page. You come in here and you put your traffic source. This, in this case, is going to be Warrior Forum or .com. I did it twice. The medium, it can be anything that I want, and they give you examples, whether it's CPC, banners. I'm going to put in, this is forum traffic, and I'm going to do campaign name. Now the campaign is very, very specific. This allows you to dictate where the traffic actually came from. So in this case, I might do signature or sig file, whatever it is. You want to differentiate this. If you're doing a link in your signature versus a link in a post, this will allow you to kind of dictate that. All you have to do is click generate URL, and you'll notice there's the UTM source of Warrior Forum, there's the UTM medium of Forum, and the campaign of sig file. So let's go back here, and you'll notice if I hover over this again, watch down in down this section here. If I do it, UTM Warrior Forum, UTM medium is actually signature, and then I did a UTM campaign of link will signature. So that allows me to track the traffic coming just from my signature page, and then figure out where they actually clicked on and did they convert. Now this is a big long URL, right? If you're doing affiliate marketing, you might not want to put this in. You can easily take this and throw it into a bit.ly or any type of URL shortening like Google's own Google GOO.LE, and you can put that in there. This is kind of what that would look like. So if I go over to bit.ly, I put this big long post in there and I shorten it. It'll now give me that link. I can even come in here. I'm going to edit it. Maybe I say, just so I know what it's about, maybe I'll put Warrior Forum signature file. For this case, and I click save, and then I'll save it. In this case, it's not important because, quite honestly, when you do it like on a forum signature, nobody really looks down there. Maybe if you're putting it in the actual text somewhere, like in your post where you can't, where you want to shorten it, or you want to cloak it, that's one good point. But anytime that people really don't necessarily look and need to know about it, you don't need to shorten it. You only shorten it if you're doing in Twitter or affiliate links. Again, areas where you want to cloak it so people don't necessarily know where it's coming from and track it, or if you just want to shorten it because you need the real estate for it. So that's as simple as it is. You come in here, you put in your website, you tag these, and once it's tagged and the traffic comes from that link, all of a sudden you can start to build really powerful segments that allow you to kind of drill down into exactly what you want to see.